the big breaking story coming at the top of this hour. There's a big blow to Congress party in Assam. Former Rajya Sabha MP and former Assam Congress chief Ripun Bora has sent his resignation to the Congress High Command. So a senior leader of the Congress party resigning there in Assam. Let's go across to Ratnadeep Chaudhary for more on this. Ratnadeep, what more details do you have?
Yeah, this is going to be a major blow to the Congress. Remember, ever since Congress lost last year's Assam elections, the party has been in a complete disarray in Assam, and Ripun Bora was the Congress chief last year when Assam went into elections, and after the defeat in the elections, he had resigned as the Congress chief. But recently, in the Rajya Sabha election, he was the opposition candidate, but he lost his seat, and after that, there were speculations that he might leave the party because in the last Rajya Sabha election, the Congress floor management really didn't work, and it seems that there are allegations and counter allegations between the two main opposition parties in Assam, AIUDF and Congress, that their MLAs had actually voted in favor of BJP candidates. In such circumstances, it seems that Mr. Bora has decided now to move on after being with the Congress for over 3 decades. He had been a Congress member since the 70s. He had been a cabinet minister in Assam in the Tarun Gogoi government, and then also a member of the AICC as well. So Ripun Bora, in all likelihood, what we are picking up from sources is that he is going to join Mamata Banerjee's Trinamool Congress. So with Bora's inclusion, Trinamool Congress is going to get another senior Congress leader from Congress in Assam in its rank. Remember, previously the former Women Congress, Mahila Congress chief and former MP from Silchar, Sushmita Dev, who was a tall Congress leader, she also moved to TMC and now is a Rajya Sabha member from TMC. And Mr. Bora is now moving to TMC in all likelihood. That's what we are picking up from sources. But Congress in Assam in complete disarray. Remember, some of its MLAs have also switched over already after the elections last year. So clearly, Congress High Command has to look in terms of how it can, resurrect the party in terms of the party organization in Assam after another tall leader, Ripun Bora, has decided to quit the party.
Ratnadeep, Congress central leadership is often accused of not listening to the state cadres, the state party units. Is that the case in Assam as well, or has the central leadership tried to address the concerns of the Assam party unit?
Well, when it comes to Congress in Assam, remember, Assam is one state in the country where Congress had been traditionally very strong, right from independence. But what had happened from 2014, ever since the present Chief Minister of Assam, Himanta Biswa Sharma, when he was with the Congress, remember, in 2014 there was a rebellion in the party. But the Congress High Command, it seems, have not been, right from those days, have not been able to douse the factionalism within the Congress in Assam. So that has also been a major factor which the Congress High Command could not troubleshoot over the years, and one after another, top leaders have left the party in Assam, and therefore the Congress had faced debacle. And this time Ripun Bora is leaving the party just days ahead of the crucial Guwahati municipal corporation elections where Congress is contesting, but completely in disarray the party at this moment after the last year's Assam elections.
Ratnadeep, one final question to you. You said that he is heading to Trinamool Congress. Now, as TMC plans to go national ahead of 2024, what does Ripun Bora bring to the table for Trinamool Congress?
Well, this is what we are picking from sources, although he has not told in so many words that he is joining, but what we are picking from sources close to him, that there have been discussions between Mr. Bora and TMC. Essentially, what happens is that it is not that TMC has not ventured into Assam. TMC had ventured into Assam before as well, but this time TMC is looking forward to different states in Northeast. Already TMC has made a serious inroad in Meghalaya. It has become the main opposition party. TMC is trying to step up efforts in terms of becoming a key challenger to the BJP in Tripura, which goes to polls next year. Also Meghalaya, it is going to polls next year. And in Assam, where there is a vacuum. There is an opposition vacuum at this moment with Congress in disarray. It seems that TMC, by taking senior Congress leaders like Sushmita Deb or Ripun Bora, is trying to rebuild its organizational base. What Ripun Bora brings on table is definitely he would be able to help TMC build up its organization in Assam. Ripun Bora has been himself an organizational man in the Congress, has done Congress politics from the grassroots level, and therefore, if he joins Trinamool Congress, it will be a bonus for Trinamool Congress. Also, Ripun Bora comes from Upper Assam. Now, Upper Assam used to be the stronghold of the Congress, and now it is the stronghold of the BJP. Upper Assam is a region where you have, the areas where more Bhumiputras or the indigenous communities live, and therefore, leaders from that area joining, if he goes on to join Trinamool Congress, which is also otherwise seen as a party, which is kind of seen as a party from outside. It has an outsider label attached to it in different parts of the country. So this will perhaps help them to get some acceptability, but one has to wait and watch in terms of what is the next step Mr. Bora is going to take. He has not told in so many words that he would join, but there are strong indications that he is in all likelihood going to join the Trinamool Congress.
All right, Ratndeep Chaudhary, we leave it there. Thanks very much for joining us with those details.